Так, всім привіт! Сьогодні подивимося спеціальну програму по Геншину версії 5.4. Що ж, погнали. Чекаємо запуску. Поки ще немає. Так, мабуть, щось зробимо. Так, десь. Що ж, чекаємо. Чекаємо нову персонажку. Чекаємо, що нас буде чекати. Завдання архонтів вже завершене, тому навіть не знаю. Які нові квести можуть бути. Що, який відлік зробили? Так, ось і початок.
Ready? Close your eyes. That's it. Now inhale nice and slow, as if trying to catch the slight fragrance of a blossom in the air.
Каже, вдихни повільно і розслабся.
Relax your shoulders.
Розслабь свої плечі.
Picture yourself enveloped in the soft embrace of a cloud.
Уяви, що ти літиш в хмарках. Дуже добре. Це наша нова персонажка, я так розумію.
Now, let go of your troubles and feel yourself become lighter in body and mind.
Так.
参戦花祭り？
ナンジラに声をかけたのには一つ目的があるんじゃ。妖理の変化の力を借りて人間の想像した遊芸を作るというな。
この白髪についてく。それから桃神のお姉さんにもついてく。ざっくり言うと、ある小狐の見た夢がテーマになってる。吉間と悪夢の間を行き来しながら美味しい油揚げを探すんだ。
今回の設計は典型的な打ち方をもとに新たな要素を取り入れ、かつ既存の弱点を補うことでまっすぐ素早く打てるようになってる。
新たに極上無双遊芸制作組スケダついに参上。
先日受けた広告の仕事がまだ終わっていない。
大したことでもね、すぐに片付けてくからよ。七星召喚、勝者は常に人生の勝ち組だ。
Це наша карточна гра любима. І нова персонажка.
私は夢みずきみずき。みずきって呼んで。夢療法。
Анемо каталіст, наскільки я пам'ятаю.
悪夢よ悪夢よ飛んでいけ。夢食い爆には人間の悪夢を食らう能力があるの。食べた悪夢は自分の夢の中で消化する必要があったね。まず目をつむって深呼吸を。この香りをじっくり嗅いでみて。次は視覚的な準備をしよう。私がいいって言うまで目を開けちゃダメだぞ。
Поки я тобі не скажу. Добре. Так.
二重心ってウリ二つの人が現れるっていう？仕事柄何らかの理由で治療を拒んだり治療を受けられない患者はたくさん見てきた。そして将軍にはすでにその兆しが見えてる。大きな力を持つ者が夢とうつつを区別できなくなり、現実で起こっていることの全てを戦の延長線上にあるものと勘違いしてしまったら、
こたびの敵悪夢だけではあるまい。
Кажете, сподіваюся, все, що ми бачимо, це нічний жах.
今回
Опа, ча, ми вдвох будемо з Райден.
イカズチの国つかみの御事我が願いを聞こしめせ
虚空の幻真理を追いぬ
いざ渡らせたまえとかしこみかしこみも申す。
Цікаво. Це буде Інадзума стайл. Так. Ага, такий редемпшн код у нас цікавий. Зараз в чатіку його напишу. Так, перший код є. Зараз сам спробую його ввести.
Hello, travelers. Welcome to the version 5.4 special program. I'm Gabe from the Loke team.
And I'm Kai.
We meet again, everyone. Although this time a mysterious voice guided us here.
Yeah, that must have been Mizuki, right?
Yes, and speaking of Mizuki, does everyone remember Isa Bathhouse? It's one of the businesses near Tenshukaku.
Oh yeah, I remember talking to the owner. Apparently, the inspiration for the business comes from Netland's hot springs.
Well, Mizuki happens to be a major shareholder of Isa Bathhouse.
Major shareholder? Wait, there are tons of rumors about her. I heard she returned from abroad to put Miko out of business. Oh, and she used to...
Let me guess. She used to sneak into Grand Narukami Shrine to pour hot water on the sacred sakura? Or that Isa Bathhouse is coming out with a promotional duo to compete with Miss Hina?
Well, yeah,
Так,
that's
наскільки я
exactly
поняв,
what
то
I
Мізуна
heard.
тримає
Those rumors are a bit misleading.
What? Okay.
гарячі джерела.
So, what's the truth?
Well, first, we need a bit more context. This is Yume Mizuki!
Oh, I love the sound of her name. And look at her outfit. It's like a combination of a kimono and a maid uniform.
Yeah, it incorporates a few fusion elements, which makes sense for someone who often travels abroad.
Yeah, oh, and she has a tail. Does that mean she's a yokai?
Yes, but don't worry, definitely a friendly one.
Так, вона яка?
Mizuki is a Yumekui Baku, a type of yokai that use their powers to eat people's nightmares. She
Ага,
also happens to be
вона
a clinical psychologist.
харчується людськими
Clinical
жахами.
psychologist?
Так от.
Yeah, maybe that's kind of hard to imagine. Here,
Це точно
these
тяжко уявити.
anecdotes should help paint a better picture.
Так.
Let's see. Mizuki once treated a warrior who returned from Nightwarden Wars after consuming
вона
his
колись вернулась
nightmare. She
з
passed
неї,
out for
і
several
вона
days.
зникла на
Sounds
декілька
like
днів
that
після цього.
nightmare didn't go down easy.
Definitely not. Certain nightmares are difficult for Yumekui Baku to digest and can even become poisonous.
Ага.
The nightmare of a warrior who has seen the
Деякі
horrors of the
жахи
abyss is
навіть
too
ними
intense
тяжко
for the Baku
перетравлюються.
to consume directly. So, as a psychologist, that's where Mizuki comes in. She uses clinical methods to help her patients reach a point where their nightmares are safe to consume. If the Baku tried to intervene without those methods, in terms of consequences, passing out is only the tip of the iceberg.
Wow. A Baku's job is a lot harder than I thought.
Її робота
but
дуже
Mizuki doesn't
важлива
mind.
і не дуже
To her,
проста.
consuming people's nightmares is what it means to be a Baku. It
Це її
inspired her to
робота.
travel all around Tibet, learning everything she could about psychology. That's what makes her
вона
practice so unique. She combines her
мандрує
clinical knowledge
Тибетом
with yokai power.
і
I was
намагається
wondering how she
зрозуміти
encountered a
людей,
warrior
їх
from
сни.
Natland. So, she's a traveler too.
Yep, in addition to
мандрівник
clinical
вона.
methods, she also uses hot spring baths, music, and incense during the treatment
Вона
process.
використовує
Actually,
ці
travelers
гарячі
can even check
джерела,
out Isa
музику.
Bathhouse for themselves. With the relaxing hot springs and delicious food offerings, you can bring your
Смачну
stress
їжу.
and you'll leave refreshed.
Nice. I wanted to ask though, the incense we just saw looked like it was from Sumeru. Has Mizuki been there too?
Yes, Mizuki has contacts all over Tibet. In fact, we can introduce a few right now.
Ага, в неї є друзі.
Mizuki and Milani
Це
know each other.
Кокомі, Муалані,
Across from
я і
Mualani's
Міка.
shop, I
Цікаво.
remember seeing a new business. The announcement mentioned something about a hint of sakura, a touch of purple. Could it belong to Mizuki?
Good eye. That's Yume Mizuki's Cozy Corner, and it's about to open soon. Mualani even ordered a gift to congratulate Mizuki on the opening.
Wow, I had no idea those two were so close.
And speaking of business ventures, Mizuki is also working with Kokomi to open another branch of Isa Bathhouse on Watatsumi
Ага, вона
Island.
хоче на Ватацумі ще
Another one?
відкрити ще
Jeez, does
гарячі
she even
джерела.
sleep?
Ти диви, який
Well, nothing's set in
бізнесвумен.
stone, but if it works out, she'll be able to help even more people suffering from nightmares.
Все, щоб
Okay.
допомогти людям.
So it sounds like Mizuki is
Не
just
страждати
really
від
dedicated to
жахів.
her work. Those rumors get her completely wrong. It's terrible.
Yeah, people will take the smallest piece of information and let their imaginations run wild. The truth is, Miko and Mizuki have known each other since childhood, and there's a slight rivalry between them. After all, Isa Bathhouse and Yai Publishing House both offer an outlet to unwind, so in a way, their markets overlap. But they're definitely not trying to put each other out of business here. Someone else is guilty of that, and Mizuki is the one being targeted.
Wait, what's going on?
That's
Що
something travelers
відбувається?
can find out for themselves in Mizuki's story quest, Tapir's
Буде
Somniator
history quest?
chapter. Before we get into it, there's two quick things to note. First, travelers can earn extra level up materials for
зрозуміло.
Mizuki by completing her quest. Second,
пройдемо квест за
starting in
якийсь
version
час.
5.4, keys will no longer be required to unlock story quests.
Ключі більше не
sweet.
потрібні.
That should make it easier to spend time with our favorite characters.
Yep. Now, let's take a little sneak peek at Mizuki's story quest, shall we?
Who are these two? Oh, wait, is that the promotional duo from the rumor? You know, Ms. Hina's competition?
No, not even close. These two are therapists who work with Mizuki at
Це
Isa
і помічниці,
Bathhouse.
які працюють з
The
нею.
shorter one is actually the older of the two. They're polar opposites in terms of personality, though. So, as you can imagine, they also have different approaches when it comes to therapy. All right, let's take a look at the next picture.
Whoa, those round little guys are so cute.
Yeah,
Які
that's what
смішні.
Yumekui Baku look like when they're young. With a little training, they'll be able to turn into human form one day.
Okay, now I want to know what Mizuki looked like when she was little.
Well, with a little luck, you might just get the chance.
Може,
And speaking of
глянути,
luck,
як вона
to
виглядала,
many
коли була
people at
маленька.
Inazuma, encountering a little Baku is a sign of good luck.
Because
Кажуть,
it
побачити
means when
маленького
you
Баку
sleep
це
that night,
дуже
your
велика
nightmares
вдача.
will be gone.
That's right. But in Mizuki's story quest, travelers won't need to rely on luck to experience Mizuki's treatment for themselves.
That sounds pretty lucky to me.
I guess you're right. Okay, on to the next picture.
Whoa, what is that thing? It looks very
Да, що ж це таке буде в нас?
And did I mention dangerous?
You're not wrong. Mizuki and the traveler have a few crises to resolve in this quest. So, I think this is a perfect time to check out what Mizuki can do in combat.
Ну покажіть, що вона може робити.
Is it time for our session?
Yachan, Taechan, let's go!
Так розумію, вона не само на своїй якісь є. Щось нічого так не показали толком.
In battle,
Oh.
Mizuki waves her fan to unleash refreshing bursts of wind that deal animo damage. Her elemental skill weaves memories of beautiful dreams and causes her to enter the Dream Drifter state.
Whoa, that looks
Так,
so
вона
fun.
може трошки
Yeah,
літати, я
the
так
Dream
розумію.
Drifter state is one of the key ways Mizuki
Ага,
works with her
вона
team to
просто
defeat
літає,
enemies. In this
наносить
state,
animo урон.
Mizuki periodically deals AoE animo damage to nearby enemies and increases swirl damage for the entire party.
Ага.
Unlocking the talent Bright Moon's Restless Voice can even extend the duration of the Dream Drifter state. Mizuki's elemental burst pulls in nearby enemies and summons a
Так,
mini Baku
є
to the
трошки
field.
стяжка
This
на
mini
ульті.
Baku creates Yumemi-style special snacks that can be picked up by party members.
Special
Picking up
snacks.
the snack has two different effects, depending on the HP of the active character. If the active character's HP is above a certain percent,
Так.
picking up the snack will unleash a Munen shockwave that deals AoE animo damage to surrounding
Якщо
enemies.
ХП
If their
персонажа
HP is
активно
below a
вище
certain
якогось
percent,
проценту,
picking up the
то
snack
буде
will
анемо
restore an amount
демедж.
of HP. If
Якщо
the snack
менше,
remains on the
то
field
буде
for some
підхіл.
time without being picked up, it will explode and deal AoE animo damage to surrounding enemies.
Whoa, so Mizuki looks after her teammates in multiple ways.
Definitely. Mizuki's gameplay has an effortless feel to it. Like I mentioned earlier, Mizuki increases swirl damage for the entire party, which gives us a world of possibilities when it comes to team comps. All you need are characters whose element reacts with animo. Use them to apply elemental effects to enemies. Then, when Mizuki unleashes her elemental skill, she can target enemies with ease as she hovers above the battlefield. With her animo vision, Mizuki takes her teammates' skills to the next level by increasing swirl damage. And when the time is right, you can unleash her elemental burst to give your party members an added edge in combat.
Okay, I see what you mean now. There's definitely an ease to her kit. She works in so many different teams.
Oh, I should mention another cool thing about her abilities. When Mizuki is in your team and a party member consumes a dish with restorative effects, there's a certain chance for the dish to be heightened. Now, here's the interesting part. The higher the friendship level of the character consuming the dish, the greater the chance of triggering that effect.
Okay, I think I see where this
Спеціальний
is
ефект
going.
буде.
It all comes back to her profession. The more you interact with a patient, the more you understand them. And in the end, the more you can help them. So, in other words, the higher the friendship level, the better the effect.
Awesome! I want Mizuki in my team as soon as possible.
Then let's get into the version 5.4 event
Так,
wishes. In
молитви.
the first half of version 5.4, we'll have event wishes for
Ага.
Yume, Mizuki,
Тобто
Mizuki,
буде ця
and Sijui. A new
Сінджівін
5-star
і ця
catalyst,
Мізукі.
Sunny Morning Sleepin',
Та,
will
диви, яка
also
гарна
be
в неї
featured on
ружка.
the weapon banner.
Не, ти що?
I should also mention that after the version 5.5 update, Mizuki will be added to the standard
Вона
wish
буде в
banner.
стандартному
Oh,
банері.
nice! Another character on the standard banner who can help with
What
exploration.
the hell?
Exactly. Plus, like we said before, Mizuki enhances swirl damage, so she's a flexible unit that can fit into so many teams. As long as you have
Стандартний
elements that
персонаж
react with
новий.
animo, you're
Після
good to go.
5, після версії
Right, you can't really
5.5.
go wrong, which means you don't have to stress. I'm always down for that.
Totally. If you're interested, be sure to check out her banner in the new update.
Цікаво.
Now, in the second half of
Так.
version 5.4, we'll have
Farina.
returning event wishes from Farina and Risley.
Різлі.
Awesome! I've been waiting for them.
Yeah, me too. Okay, that's it for the
І
event
що ви
wishes.
скажете?
All right, next up.
Як вам крутки будуть?
Looks like we have a message from Ayaka. Let's take a look.
Меседж from
Hello,
Аяка.
traveler. It's been a while. I hope you're well. I wanted to tell you about an upcoming event in
Так.
Inazuma, the Mikawa Flower
Mikawa
Festival.
Flower
If you have some
Festival.
time, perhaps you could join us for this grand occasion.
Приглашає
I know
нас на цей
brother and
фестиваль.
Toma would love to see you. And I
А я та
feel
Тома
the
буде нас
same.
чекати. І Аяка
In
теж.
fact, I hear the Shogun and Lady Gucci have special plans in store. Of course, your participation will make the event all the more special.
Зрозуміло.
Huh. Ayaka mentioned the Mikawa Flower Festival. Why don't we go check it out?
Sounds good. While we head to the venue, take a look at the second redemption code, travelers.
Так, другий код. Да, Різлі точно вийшов з бана. Так, другий код зараз. Напишу. Такі вони цікаві коди почали робити. Так, другий код я написав. Зараз ми його собі ще й впишу. І що ж вона оставила на кінцівку? Так, це точно про Сігну може бути таке, як в Сігнарі. Що потім не
Welcome
викрутиш.
back, travelers.
now
Так,
come to you with a
нове
special segment of today's program.
спис
The
новий,
Enchanted
так.
Tales of the Mikawa Festival, jointly sponsored by Yai Publishing House
Спис
and
і
Isa
не знаю.
Bathhouse.
Ну це теж
A
вепен,
century
наче.
ago, the Mikawa Flower Festival was
Каталік
an event
новий.
where all kinds of yokai gathered in celebration. But now the festival is open to humans and yokai alike. Preparations are already underway for the upcoming iteration of the Mikawa Flower Festival, set to take place at the foot of Mount Yogo on February 14th, 2025.
Ага,
Oh, hey,
почнеться
that
14
means it's been
лютого,
over
я так
2
розумію.
years since the last Mikawa Flower Festival. Do you still remember it, Kai?
Of course, Ayato's test of courage feels like it was just yesterday. I still remember playing Akisu Yuge on the beach and bonding with our yokai friends. I really had fun during that event.
Yeah, I remember thinking, if a game on the beach is this fun, imagine what a full-blown Mikawa Flower Festival could be like.
Yeah, looks like we finally have the chance to find out. But it's not just for yokai this time.
That's right. The Shogunate is finally organizing a celebration for humans and yokai to enjoy together.
Кажуть, що вони
It's a joint
скооперувалися, щоб
effort
зробити
in
класний
every sense of the
фестиваль.
word. There's so much to look forward to.
Так.
So, let's give travelers a sneak peek
Ну,
at the
показуйте, що буде на фестивалі.
festivities.
Wow, things are looking lively already.
Yes. These are the
Знаю.
participants in the 48-hour game development competition.
Wait, so they only have 48 hours? I think it would take me that long just to come up with an idea.
Yeah, that's why the collaboration between humans and yokai is so important. With the help of a kitsune meal, certain yokai can now communicate in human speech,
yokai
which
тепер
means the
зможуть
game
розмовляти
development
з
teams
людьми.
have human ingenuity and yokai power on their side. The sky's the limit.
Цікаво.
Wow, I can't even imagine what the teams are going to come up with.
Speaking of teams, let's take a second to introduce the contestants. And we can give an overview of their games while we're at it.
All right, take it away.
All right, let's take a look at our first team, Mizuki, Gyobukoban, and Kokomi, and their game,
Так.
A Little Fox's Daydream. Players will need to guide a little fox through different
Так, ми
dreamscapes,
будемо
collecting fried
маленькою
tofu on the
лисичкою
way
проходити
until you reach the ramen
аркадку.
stall at your destination.
And if you make it to the final checkpoint, a very cute, very
Клас.
special little
Ну, реально
Baku will
клас.
appear to congratulate you. Oh, but you didn't hear that from me.
Yeah, okay.
As for the identity of the little Baku, I'll leave that for the travelers to mull over.
Here's the tip. As the setting changes between dreams and nightmares, make sure to watch your step. Otherwise, it's not a pleasant way down.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Ouch.
All right,
Так, що
moving
буде
on to
другим?
Sayu, Kichiboshi, and Yoimiya's team
О,
and their game,
що ж це таке нове?
Bunshin Phantasm. This is a game that really makes you think. What do you do when the bridge to your
Yoimiya,
destination
Sayu.
disappears in front of you? Well, that's where the Mujina body doubles come in. The Mujina body doubles mimic your movements, and you will need to use the mechanic to your advantage to find a way forward.
Так.
This game has Sayu
А,
written
тобто нам буде
all
якісь
over
невеличкі
it.
загадки розгадувати.
Making her clones do all the work while she takes a nap? That sounds like
Так.
her. But that's just my guess. Travelers
Ага.
will need to uncover the full story behind this game for themselves.
I heard the team is hard at work developing new stages and expanding on the clone mechanic. So there are even more intriguing puzzles in store.
Sounds exciting.
Цікаво.
Alright, those last two games are new additions to the festival, but this next one might look a little familiar. It's a new and improved version of Akizu Yuge. This time
Так,
with
що
a
ж це таке?
Mondstadt twist. It's called
Манштат.
Akitsu Harpastum, developed by
Як воно зв'язано з
Toma,
Mondstadтом?
Hitotsume Kozo, Yoko, Kappa, and Shoze.
Okay,
Так, що ж
I
ми будемо
think I
робити?
can guess the mastermind behind this game.
Так.
The Ludi
Нас кидають
Harpastum elements
шариком,
make
що
it
ми робимо?
pretty clear it must
Ага.
be Toma's idea.
Типу
He's
відбиваємося.
from
Я
Mondstadt after
зрозумів.
all. And the break mechanic definitely reminds me of Akitsu Yuge. I can see the mashup.
Просто то ж така
Exactly.
аркадка.
Plus, with Shoze's yokai powers, there are even special effects this time that really
Ага,
take
можна
it to the next
кооперативі
level.
його проходити.
We should
Окей.
also mention Akitsu Harpastum can be played solo or in co-op. So, you can put your skills to the test on your own or with friends.
As you can
Okay.
see, there are a lot of fun games in store. Maybe you even
Ці
have a
три основні
favorite
гри
already.
будуть в цьому
If
івенті.
so,
я так
you're
розумію.
ahead of the game. Because in this competition, the winner of the award for best game is completely up to the traveler. The winning team gets to take home the Tanuki Game Award.
Ooh, that's a big decision.
Та, ти що, який
Now we
аворд.
only gave a
Клас.
brief overview of
Статуеточка
each
така
game,
золота.
so better to reserve judgment until you experience the final product for yourselves.
And of course, no celebration is complete without rewards.
Так, спис
All you
новий.
have to do is join in
Цікавий
on the
такий.
fun.
Диви, який
Take part
смішний.
in the various games to earn festival stamps. Once you collect a certain amount, you can exchange them for all sorts of rewards, including a new 4-star polar.
Так,
Wow, I'm so excited.
Блін, даже не
This
сказала, що
festival
за
is
спис буде.
jam-packed with activities.
For sure. Plus, you can always stop by Isa Bathhouse if you need a break. The bathhouse even made custom bathrobes
Гарячі
for their
джерела.
guests during the festival.
диви, всі надзумовські
Definitely.
герої будуть.
Yai Publishing House will also have a booth, so check it out if you're interested.
All right, before we wrap up this special broadcast, we have one last announcement. Her Excellency, the Almighty Narukami Ogosho, God of Thunder, will make a special appearance at the Mikawa
Так.
Flower Festival.
Що за
Wow,
спішел?
the Shogun is going in person. That's definitely going
Shogun
to cause a
прийде?
stir.
Це зрозуміло.
Wait, hold on. She's not just going for the festivities, is she?
Well, I heard she's coming to investigate a nightmare with ties to Mikoshi.
Вона прийде, щоб щось там
Koshi Chio.
дослідити.
You mean her Oni friend from all those years ago?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just a rumor. We probably shouldn't spread that around.
No. You're right. That could be dangerous.
The Mikawa Flower Festival welcomes all visitors,
зрозуміло, що всі
human
будуть
and yokai alike.
грати
Whether you're new to the festival or
на
returning
фестивалі,
visitor, a competitor
заради
or
примагімчиків.
spectator, there's more than enough fun to go around.
That's right. And with that,
We hope to see you there.
Так. Диви, які милаші. Так, новий код. Зараз введемо. Так, третій код є. Зараз я собі введу. Там. Є таке. Що, на кінцівку нам ще щось скажуть хороше? Тобто це буде чисто такий надзумовський патч, івенти і нова персонажка. Цікаво, що там за четвірки ще будуть оружки. Можливо, прям хороші. Можливо, і ні.
welcome back, travelers.
Так.
Welcome back. You know, another cool thing about the Mikawa Flower Festival
Що
is
ще?
that we get to reunite with a bunch of old friends.
Ну, то, що ми
It
побачимо
makes me
старих
wonder
друзів,
what
це
some of
зрозуміло.
our other old friends are up to.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not the only one. That's exactly why the dev team designed this next event. Let's take a look.
Next event, давай. Ага, це вже ліве. Добрий день, дідусю. Що розкажеш?
いいところに来た。座ってくれ。
Що це таке?
ふわつけちょっとそこのあんた待ちなさい
Так.
おはようみーちゃんあれがリーユンの金融資源
モンドとはだいぶ違うだろう。
シャンリンこの匂いどうしたのいい香りこれ食べてみて次はバタツミ島の外を案内してくださいませんか
Так, що це воно таке?
This new version 5.4 event is called Traveler's Tales Anthology Chapter.
Так.
Keep an eye out as you wander the open world. You might just spot some familiar faces
Ага,
or
тобто
hear some interesting
десь
news
по
about
Тайвату
them.
будуть
What an awesome
люди,
way to
наші
reunite with
персонажі.
our old friends.
Yeah, and get a glimpse of an average day in their life.
Oh, hold on. The map is pretty big at this point. Won't it be like trying to find a needle in a haystack?
Don't worry. Whenever there's news about one of our companions, their anecdote icon will appear on the map. All travelers need to do is
Іконка
head to
буде
the
на
marked
карті, і, мабуть, ми
location to
можемо
check it out.
підходити і грати
Once you
якусь...
complete an anecdote, the corresponding story will be recorded. Complete a certain number of anecdotes to earn
Ага,
rewards.
нам треба
Cool.
просто розмовляти
It's like
з
a bunch
різними
of slice of
персонажами,
life vignettes.
слухати їх історії.
Oh, Actually, I think I just saw Zhongli buying light novels for Hu Tao. I can't wait to see how that turns out. This kind of mechanic
Цікаво.
has so many possibilities.
That's true.
So, if the name of the event is Traveler's Tales Anthology Chapter, does that mean there will be more chapters in the future?
According to the dev team, this is sort of like a trial run. They're
Це вони
hoping to
пробне
refine the
запускають.
experience in the future after receiving feedback from travelers.
Якщо нам це сподобається, то вони це будуть розвивати, я так розумію. Це ці невеличкі історії
Yeah. All
з
right, let's
персонажами.
take a look at the rest of our version 5.4
Так, і
events.
ще якісь івенти.
First up is a combat event called Realm of Tempered Valor.
Натлановський комбат
In this
івент.
event, each challenge is made up of 25 floors of combat stages.
25
The level
етажів.
and HP of opponents within each challenge
Цікаво.
increases as you
Це
ascend
якась
from floor to
міні-безодня?
floor. Travelers must clear the stage within 30 seconds to move on to the next floor.
Sounds like an opportunity to test our limits.
Yeah, for sure. Also, if you reach a certain floor in single-player mode, you can grant a buff to your friends. Of course, your friends can also do the same for you. I should also mention there are different ways to take part in this event. You can choose to take on the challenge solo or team up with friends in co-op. Whatever you choose, there are ample rewards to collect along the way.
Nice. I feel like travelers will really get to put their bills to the test in this event.
Це реально щось
Definitely.
схоже на...
And speaking of rewards, if you reach a certain floor, you'll even receive an
Ага,
event-exclusive
name
name card.
Ну, це не саме важне, але
Baby
вона класна.
Tepetli Sword punching in a
Доволі
Miss Mage. So
цікава
cute.
більше.
All right, let's move from the combat arena into the great outdoors. Invasive fish species have been spotted in the waters of Fontaine, and a rather
щось з
peculiar
рибою.
individual who calls herself an unchained hunter needs our help. In Invasive Fish Wrangler, travelers will need to head to designated fishing zones to address the crisis. Travelers can take part in two different modes, co-op mode and fish-off mode,
Так.
meaning you can either work together
просто
or
ловимо рибу,
compete
типу?
against each other, while collecting primo gems along the way.
And in the end, your efforts help Fontaine avert a major ecological crisis. So that's an added bonus. Plus, competing to see who can catch more fish is just really fun.
Yeah, if you're the first to catch the giant bejeweled unicorn fish, you can even receive a higher score.
Hold on. Doesn't this so-called Unchained Hunter look a little familiar? Wait, it's the same merchant who released Sumero fish species into Mondstadt that one time. Wow, looks like she really turned over a new leaf. And speaking of familiar faces, another old friend will be
це що
returning in
таке?
version 5.4.
Щось з
That's right,
фотографом.
it's Xavier.
Oh,
Фотоапаратом
the
щось
filmmaker smiled
чи ні?
upon by the gods. What kind of commission is it this time? Another film?
Nope, not a film this time. A commercial for his sponsor.
Так, і що це?
But it's not
з нашим
really a
старим другом
commission.
Xavierом.
It's more like doing something creative with an old friend. Besides, Xavier already shot the footage. All travelers need to do is edit it. You can totally make it your own.
Make it
Ага,
our own?
тобто нам не буде
But
робити
what about the
якусь...
sponsor? Aren't there requirements?
Рекламку,
When
типу?
it comes to
Хе-хе,
art,
клас.
there's no right answer, right? Xavier said it just needs to be interesting. If the sponsor has an objection, Xavier has our back.
Wow. Okay, I like the sound of that. And it looks like we can use the same footage 3 times. That leaves a lot of room for creativity.
And feedback. The cast, crew, and sponsors of your commercial will be able to weigh in on your final cut. Plus, you can have multiple saves, and you can even share and showcase your work.
Можемо потім
I
ці
can't wait to see what everyone comes
рекламки
up with.
друг другу
I think I
скидати.
saw Ito in some of the footage. Huh. I was wondering why he wasn't part of the game development competition. Looks like he was busy filming an ad.
Yeah, for Genius Invocation TCG
Так,
by
нові
the looks of
карти.
it. Which is perfect, because we have some Genius Invocation news of our own. Automatic Artistry will be returning as a part of Heated Battle Mode in version 5.4. Travelers can look forward to new character and monster cards. In addition, Automatic Artistry will now have a concede button, making it easier to get a fresh start if a match doesn't go your way. Updates and optimizations have also been made to regular Genius Invocation TCG, so keep an eye out.
Finally, the Leyline Overflow
зрозуміло.
event is returning in version 5.4. Check it out if
Це
you
під
need
кінець
Mora
буде
or character experience
Leyline.
materials.
Alright, it's time for a few system optimizations.
Так, нова
In
система.
version 5.1, a calculator was added to the crafting bench to make the enhancement process easier. But the dev team thought that there was still some room for improvement. So, in version 5.4,
Так, які
travelers can
покращення у
look
нас?
forward to more sweeping optimizations to the enhancement process.
First up
Так.
is an optimization to enhancement material collection. In the training guide, you can now add level up plans for your characters.
Ага,
All you need to
тобто ми
do is
можемо
set your
в
level
цьому
up
тренінг-гайді
goals and the
вибирати
system will display the
персонажа,
materials you
вибирати те,
need,
що ми
as well
хочемо
as where to
прокачати,
obtain
і
them.
це все буде
In
нам
addition,
показуватися.
once you set a goal, reminders of the required materials will be displayed in various key interfaces, including the adventure handbook, domain entrances,
тепер буде нам
and
помічатися,
domain
що нам це
completion
треба там
screen,
для
and the
когось.
battle pass rewards.
Прикольно.
And
Доволі-
when you click on
доволі
a certain
непогано,
material,
як на
you can
мене.
see your collection progress,
Ти
as
можеш
well as whether you
знати,
reach
скільки
your
тобі
goal.
треба. Ще там
Nice. I like
побігай
all the
десь.
reminders. It saves a lot of time when you don't have to do those calculations yourself. Plus, the interface seems a lot more intuitive.
Also, certain common interfaces will now display your current resin count. You no longer need to exit to a separate screen. In addition, if you can craft a certain material, clicking on Craftable Amount will display the crafting bench in your current region on the map, and you can click on it to teleport.
The character list has
клас.
also been streamlined by
Тобто
reducing the
і
number of steps
таланти, і
needed to
щось, що нам
navigate
треба
the
збирати, все
interface.
буде
For
показуватися.
example, say you just obtained talent upgrade materials for Risley, and after upgrading his talents, you want to do the same for Sijuin. Now, when you switch characters, you can remain within the talent interface instead of exiting to the attributes page.
А,
In
тобто ми
addition,
можемо
for
сортувати
travelers who play on PC and
персонажів
use
по
keyboard and
талантам, які
mouse
нам
input,
треба, матеріалів
elemental
таланту.
icons have been added when scrolling through the character list.
О,
Travelers can
сортування.
use them to
Це
quickly filter
клас.
their characters by element.
Wow, I'm used
Це
to just
клас.
dragging the character tab at the top, but it can take a while when you have a lot of characters.
For sure. The filtering icon in the lower left-hand corner can make that easier too. Try it out
клас.
sometime.
Cool, I will.
Alright, let's move on to some optimizations to weapon filtering.
Так.
After the version 5.4
Сортування
update, you can now
оружки.
filter
І що ж там нове?
weapons by secondary attributes.
Oh, and characters now have recommended weapon attributes, which should
Нам
be
будуть
helpful if
рекомендації
you're
по
unsure
зброї,
which secondary
зрозуміло.
attributes to prioritize.
In addition, an auto-add button has been added to the weapon
О, не
enhancement
треба по
screen,
одному їх
making it
вибирати.
much easier
Для
and
того, щоб
faster to
апнути
level your
оружку.
weapons. Finally,
Грейднути, так
the
би мовити.
Serenity Pot now allows you to quickly get in touch with
Так,
Cubby to
чайничок.
handle all sorts of design business. Plus, you can now buy materials and craft furnishings anytime, anywhere,
ми можемо
even
теркрафтити
indoors.
без
Nice.
цього.
All right,
Це
that's it for
теж
system
непогано пришвидшує
optimizations.
твої
Be sure to check them out
рухи,
in
так би
game once the
мовити.
update goes live. Looks like we covered everything, which
Це вже все.
means that's a wrap for the version 5.4 special program. Anything you want to say before we go, Kai?
Yes, of course. I've been waiting for this. First, I've got to say, Yume Mizuki's design is absolutely
Каже, що і дизайн
stunning.
дуже класний, цей
I really
Мізукі
love her
нової.
way of speaking. Like, it brings so much personality to her character. It's very soothing. I feel like all of my nightmares are just gonna be gone
Всі
instantly.
його жахи вже пройшли.
And also, second, I want to say is that this update is also such a huge shout out to the incredible work our game designers have done. Coming up with fresh mechanics every single update, that's just wild. Like, inventing new mechanics and inventing new rules for the game and finally make it a game is super difficult. Bigger respect to the team for making all of this happen.
Там каже,
What
що
about
ці
you,
всі
Gabe?
покращення
Yeah, it's so
полегшують
cool
гру.
how the team is
правда,
always
це
trying to make
правда.
the game fresh and bringing new things to the table. But yeah, for me personally, I'm actually really excited to check out Isa Bathhouse because I love whenever there's like buildings in the game and you walk by them all the time and you're thinking like, I wonder what the inside of that building looks like, or I wonder what that area looks like. But they're actually adding, that space for us to explore now, and I just think that's so cool.
Каже, що
Just
класно, що
adds more
додають новий
detail to the
контент.
world, and it
Там, де
allows
були
you to
будинки
explore
пусті,
even
ти тепер
more.
можеш туди зайти,
Yeah,
подивитися, що
I'm
там.
really excited to
Це
check
про
that
нові
out.
Exactly. I'm
ті
so
гарячі
excited
джерела.
about that as well.
Ну так, є таке.
Well, I suppose all there's left to say is see you in
Побачимось в
game,
грі. Ну, це
travelers.
точно.
Yep. Bye now.
Bye.
Що, чао, виходить. Ага, нам ще й Мізукі щось проспіває. Так, ну, під це ми, мабуть, не заснем. А, це нам продовжує те, що спочатку почалось.
You're awake.
Ти проснувся, як почуваєшся? Та класно.
I used my voice to guide you out of the dream. Looks like it worked like a charm. Now all you need to do is hold on to this state of relaxation.
Нам потрібно бути
Your dream was very
відпочившими.
special, by the
Добре.
full of stories and unknowns. Thank you for trusting me with it. Oh, one more thing. Be careful on the road. A certain amount of fatigue is to be expected after waking up from a dream. Farewell for now. When you rest tonight, I hope only sweet dreams.
Каже, що тільки хороші сни мають нас чекати. Ну, ми теж сподіваємося. Що ж, на цьому, мабуть, все. Так розумію. Дякую всім, хто дивився. Будемо проходити основний івент на каналі. Ставте лайки, підписуйтесь. І до нових зустрічей на стрімах, я так думаю. Все, всім чао!